Hi guys, welcome back to MathewsBallistics. Today I'm going to work on some 45 auto. Normally I would use tight group powder for this, just like 9mm or anything like that, even 40 cal, because it works well. But this is the last of my tight group, and I think I got like half a pound in there or something. So I'm going to save that for loading, hollow point rounds, my defense rounds with. And I'm going to experiment with using some Alliant extra light shotgun powder designed for like reduced loads and stuff, lightweight loads. And there's been a couple people on some forums that have used it in their 45 auto and 9mm and stuff. They don't really share a lot of their load data, so I'm going to kind of go from scratch and see which ends up being where I get the flattest spot, if the extreme spread or whatever between say 4.2 and 4.3 is only like 5 feet per second, and that's your flat spot, and then it jumps significantly to 4.4, or it's reduced significantly going to 4.1, then that's probably going to be my load that I'll use. That's just an example. I'm not saying that it's going to be 4.2 to 4.3 grains. Because it could be different. It could be 5 grains is the best spot, but I don't know using this powder, so it's just all an experiment, and looking at every case after they're fired and to see if there's any signs of pressure, overpressuring, and see if the primers are flattening or not, and obviously just even feeling the recoil off of it, because 45 auto, these are gonna, I'm loading some 230 grain full metal jaggets, berries, bullets, and I'm looking for, I think I'm gonna try to get around 850 is where I'm really wanting to get to, 850 feet per second. So we're gonna start low and then work our way up. And if it gets to the point where, hey, I've got 5.2 grains in here, but the 5.1 or the 5.0 grain load is pushing some significantly, high velocities for a 230 grain bullet, like in 900s or something, then I'm probably gonna pull those bullets and then, pour the powder out, reduce the load, and, salvage them, because, everything's really hard to get right now. Normally I wouldn't salvage anything. So we're gonna get to this. I'm gonna start at 3.5 grains and work my way up, and we'll see how it goes. We'll take the guns out to the range here, the backyard range here in a little bit, and run through the chronograph and see what's going to be the best load with this shotgun powder out of a 45 auto. We're testing some 45 auto loaded with shotgun powder, some Alliant extra light, starting at 4 grains and working up to 5.8 grains. So we're hopefully going to get around 850, find a good load for about 850 feet per second with a 230 grain bullet. .760 or 4.1 grains, 4.2, 775, 4.3, 785, 4.4, 811, 4.5, 821, 4.6, 820. With this string, we're starting at 4.7 grains. We left off with 4.6 on the last one, and the last round will be at 5.3 grains. It's 4.7 at 830, 4.5 at 863. 4.6 at 873, 4.7 at 882. I just shot my chronograph. Oops.
Damn, that was low. You almost got your chronograph.
Yeah.
I mean, come close.
No, it just broke it there inside.
Huh?
It just broke down inside there.
Oh. You don't need that anyway, do you?
I don't. It helps when it's running that way. Well, we kind of messed up there for a second, but I've got one round left. It's 5.3 grains. $900. Finally at 900, which is, I think that's going to be probably the best load for it at 5.3 grains. When I go ahead and shoot the rest of these, they're going to go from 5.4 to 5.8 grains. $902, 5.4 grains, 5.5, $931, 5.6, $917, 5.7, $959, and 5.8, $946. So they're not really getting any faster going past, let's say, 5.4 grains or so. So really, that's probably the best load for it.
Well, it ain't bad. It ain't a fast round anyway.
No, and they're 230 grains, so giving it more powder is not going to make it shoot any faster. It's just going to add more pressure to the gun. Because what it is you found a load where it's got still leftover powder after it leaves the barrel, and you're wasting your powder at that point.
So we need to shoot 4 or something.
So shooting,
Let's recoil 4 or something.
yeah, your lower recoil rounds, like we were talking about, can shoot out of that gun would be like a 4.6 or 4.7 grain round, and then your,
It's a holster, man.
yeah, then your high powered rounds would be, I would say maxed out at 5.4 grains would be your upper end for that gun.